scientists, grab your lab coats and goggles as today we will finally get to show what we know about the patterns on Earth. Let's get started with our essential questions. Now, let's talk about our essential question. Remember, essential questions in science and in different lessons can help us think about what we already know about a topic, and it helps us connect to new ideas that we're going to learn today to help us produce a new thought about the topic. Our essential questions will be focused on our different science topics. So look for keywords. In those keywords, the minute you see them and recognize them, I want you to think, what do I already know about this topic? Once you have that in your mind, you want to look at the question again to see what we're trying to answer today or what are we trying to answer about that topic. It's important to remember that an essential question is like a goal as well. By the end of our science lesson, you should confidently be able to answer the essential question. Let's go over our essential question for today. When we talk about patterns of the earth, we're going to be focusing on three essential questions. The essential questions for this topic are as followed. Listen to me first. How can we predict how the patterns we observe on earth will continue? Say that one with me. How can we predict how the patterns we observe on Earth will continue? Let's look at the second one. Listen to me first. How do shadows change during the seasons? Say that one with me. How do shadows change during the seasons? And the last one. What is the sequence order of the moon's appearance each month? Say that one with me. What is the sequence order of the moon's appearance each month? We're going to go over what claim, evidence, and reasoning is, and then you guys are going to have some time to work on it together in your classroom before you get a chance to show what you know in the independent post assessment activity. The activity is called Claim, Evidence, Reasoning, and it's on STEM Scopes. When you guys complete this activity, you'll be given a scenario. That means you'll be given a situation to read about first that relates to the science topic that we're talking about. Then you'll be given a prompt. A prompt is kind of like a question or something that makes you think about what is going on in the scenario. With the prompt, you guys will have to provide a claim, evidence, and reasoning. Three categories can be broken down simply as this. Your claim is a simple one-sentence statement about the prompt that is given. After you have the claim, then you have to provide evidence. That's going to be your facts. Evidence can come from different activities that you've done in the past, different labs that you've used, or different conversations that you've had at a class. But the evidence needs to be facts. After you have your evidence and your claim, you're going to combine the two in your reasoning. In your reasoning, you're going to basically restate your claim in a full sentence and provide your evidence to back it up. Your reasoning should include information that was provided to you, and it should break down not only your evidence, but how it then backs up your claim. How do the two relate to each other? While you guys are completing this activity, there is a rubric that you can use to solve it. Let's look at that rubric together. Our claim, evidence, and reasoning for today will have to do with the moon phases. Now, this is a type of pattern that we have been talking about when we have been talking about patterns on Earth. So, this is a pattern we see when we look up in the sky from Earth. Now, let's look at this example question. This isn't the one you'll see in your claim, evidence, and reasoning, but you'll talk about something similar then. In this prompt, it says shown here is a series of images that show the appearance of the moon over a 2-week period. So we can see that below is an image. May 28th has a question mark. And then all the days from May 29th to June 10th have pictures of the moon in the sky and what it looked like. I can see here that we have half moon, quarter moon. We're filling it in until we get eventually to the full moon. And then I can see that the pattern then starts to repeat on this side. It starts to take some of the moon away from the other side, repeating that process. Below it, it gives us a question. Which of the following shows the missing date for the appearance of the moon for May 28th? Now, if we were to answer this question, we're giving our claim. We're saying our observation in a blanket statement. After we give our claim, then we would have to provide some evidence. So those are the one or two facts that are or more that are going to prove that our claim is actually true. So in this case, we'd want to provide some facts about the moon phases, how maybe the moon phases are formed, or maybe what pattern we know the moon phases go in. Then we have to tie it all together in our reasoning. We have to show that our evidence actually backs up our claim or our original observation. Now, I kind of gave my evidence or maybe some of the facts that I would use. I'd have to put them in full sentences, but let's make our claim right now. The claim I would make for this specific picture would be that the moon phase we're missing is this one. Now, I'm not done. We would need to go through and give that evidence and that reasoning. Today, you guys are going to do a similar activity where you are going to be providing your own claims, your basic observations, your evidence, and your reasoning. You're tying it all together. Now, there is a rubric for this. So if you forget how to do this or forget how to score all of the points that you want to score, you can review the rubric with your teacher. You are going to work through this scenario with Tammy and her family. As they go out on camping trips, they enjoy looking at the starry night. I know I like to look up at the night sky too to see what the moon looks like and even what the stars are like in the sky. Tammy specifically records some of her observations, and those involve what the moon is looking like in the sky. That's kind of what we've just looked at, but for a longer period of time. You're going to need to help Tammy to figure out how would this moon pattern continue and what would the next phases look like. Use your knowledge about the moon phases and how we've talked about how they form to provide your evidence to back up your claim and tying it all together in your reasoning. Good luck, scientists, and show what you know today. You guys got this. I'll see you soon. Bye.